Ravens have retaken the lead. The quarterback run has eaten him up all game long, and there he goes again, this time into the end zone.
And what I like about what I'm seeing, absolutely running almost with impunity. He's not worried about his body. He's not worried about sliding. He's not worried about protecting himself. He's worried about getting yardage. If you're on the defensive side of the ball, you've got to start figuring out what these blocking schemes are and finding ways to defeat them. Well, partner, since this new two-point rule came into play, offenses spend a lot more time working on it. That means the defenses are doing the exact same thing.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Zeke and the Cowboys ready to begin their next drive. He's been a good workhorse. I know we use the word workhorse a lot, but he's been a good workhorse for him in this one.
No doubt about it, and there's nothing wrong with that. That's what you're looking for if you're a back, because that means everything's coming together for you. Big guys up front have created space. You've run through it. You've probably got some help even from the wide receivers who want to catch passes as opposed to block, but they're helping out too.
Yeah, everyone's pitching in. He's had a good game. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Now, that was an excellent run, and when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job, and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block, but the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes, so when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They go back to Elliott. He's been busy. Elliott a first down and more. And he's got it across the 50 to the 47-yard line. 17 yards on the play there, and the Cowboys have a first down. A tough run by Ezekiel Elliott, the 4th overall pick in the 2016 draft.
If you watch tape of him in college, you saw plenty of those runs, because I know the highlights showed him in the open field breaking away from people, but that's how he wore down defenses, those exact type of runs.
So in Raven territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 47. He'll get about 4 here, down to the 43-yard line.
Oftentimes we praise an offense for their variety of being able to hit people with the run in the pass, but in this game, how about what we're seeing from the safeties? They are all over the field. Doesn't matter if they threw it or if they're trying to run it.
I don't think we've ever awarded an MVU, most valuable unit, but you're right, it might go to them in this game.
I like that, MVU. Well done.
On second down, Elliott. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down. The run defense, they have been porous at times today, but not that last go-around.
No, they really tightened it up, didn't they? They finally got themselves a win, because all game long we've seen them get gashed. This time they played their responsibilities, played their keys, and made a nice stop.
The Cowboys on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. Prescott. And he hits Jason Witten, the tight end. He's brought down after a pickup of 5, but he needed 8. 4th down. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. Too long for a field goal, too short to punt. That in-between range, and they'll go for it on 4th down. Prescott to throw on 4th. He's going to look end zone here for Cooper. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off here by Jimmy Smith. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Back now in Baltimore. It's the Ravens in control of the football. They've also got the lead as we get set for the 4th. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. Out of the gun, they give to Ingram. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down. Throwing again on 2nd down. Jackson.
Yeah, he only gets a few yards on 1st and 10, but he's better off doing that than throwing an incompletion or even worse, an interception.
And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. 9 yards the pickup there, and it's a first down.
All right, partner, I'm a defender, but I've got to express my admiration there. Moving around, making it happen, and instead of worrying about protecting himself, he goes and gets the first down. I got to give it to him on that one.
Normally, you don't want your guy taking shots, your quarterback, but it's winning time here in the 4th quarter. If he needs to make those plays with the legs, go ahead, right?
Yeah, no doubt about it. At this stage of the game, all protections, they're off.
On 2nd down, Ingram. And an alley to run. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. 12 yards there and a first down.
I think we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower. That front 7 reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing. Slowing them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Flushed out right. Oh, incomplete. A turnover would have really helped there. Almost intercepted. Instead, it's just 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that, first down there, need to be a little better. Can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Jalen Smith gets him for a loss of a yard, and it will bring up 3rd down.
How many times have we sat with coordinators, and especially the defensive guys, they've talked about big plays, sacks. They often come in bunches. Well, it may not be a bunch here, but that is the 3rd sack of the game for them.
And around sack 3 or 4, I would think it starts to get in the quarterback's head a little bit.
Not just the quarterback, the offensive play caller, the offensive line. Knocks people off balance and changes what they normally do.
Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete. It's been a struggle for him accruing yards in this game passing the football. So there he said, hey, I'm going to try to chuck it deep, but another incompletion.
Has to be a little bit frustrating because of what you just described. It's been a struggle for him here in the 2nd half, hoping for one big shot to get him out of the doldrums.
From a defensive perspective, though, I think maybe they're saying, hey, we did what we needed to do, kept this a 1-score game.
Yeah, without a doubt, because they were able to bleed some time off the clock, right? Put themselves in a good position, but it's not out of reach yet, okay? Being able to hold them to a field goal means that they do have a chance to come back and win this game.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Dallas offense now, heading back out onto the field. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they do the interception and finish off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know what, a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. Cooper was the intended target, and it's 2nd down.
The frustration is definitely setting in because they've thrown it to him over and over, unable to come up with a catch thus far.
I think he knew he would have his challenges against his secondary. I don't think he saw a goose egg at this point in the game. He finds an opening past the 40 and brought down across the 50 to the 49-yard line. That one good for 26 and a first down.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. From the shotgun again to Elliott.
That's going to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? tough, hard, gritty run. Got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters. No reason to lighten up now. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4.
I know a lot of people don't like the draw called in that situation, but every now and then that pop's big. In this case, it didn't happen. I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
On 3rd down, Elliott. But he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage.
Still got a time, your shit.
No gain there, and it leads to a 4th down.
Think he just gonna bounce folks off of
his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL.
I mean, son, in 2K, you still got to time your jump shot. That's like being a sharpshooter and just hitting square and letting it go.
As many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
Now they go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up.
Hey, you played with that dude Elite Sharp yet?
Such little time remaining, and the Ravens are looking like they're going to come away with a victory. The Ravens offense now, they get set and head back onto the field. And this game not quite in hand yet. We'll likely see all 3 timeouts defensively and then reassess where we are. Now he's going to throw deep right side, and that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in. They were trying to go to Brown once again, but it's going to be 2nd down. Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. Jackson rolling to his left. Jackson hit, and he lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense.
I'm going to invite you to Denver and then party. What's up?
Trying to play?
Yeah, I got 30 seconds left in the 4th quarter of this game that we can play.
I don't know what the hell happened in Denver.
I hopped in the party and
I've been trying to play him for a while. But he responded to my text. I don't know.
Looking in the other direction,
I played B earlier.
Away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
The first game, he beat me by a touchdown. In the second game, I beat him by 2 touchdowns.
Nice.
So the final seconds tick away in this Baltimore victory, and they were spurred on by a strong performance in that 4th quarter as they held their opponents off the scoreboard.
Everyone wants to pitch a shutout for the entire game, but when you throw one in the 4th quarter, that tells everyone that you're getting stronger and dominance is starting to take over, right? The way that you close, the way that you finish, that gets preached to you from the time you're playing Little League football all the way up through. And they closed them out with a big-time performance down the stretch.
That shit crazy. I only had like 35 passing yards that game with with Lamar Jackson tank. My homeboy that's over here. He said Lamar a fucking cheat code. You said what? Oh yeah. I'm gonna get patched. Oh. He over here big mad. He talking about Lamar gonna get patched. Thing is, he really liked it. Maybe not just like that, but he liked that.
down from laughter. When they come to handles, never had one. With a bad one, made a meal today and they my
that motherfucker is a problem though. Bro, like the first half of the game. You said what?
Second quarter. Wiping it down when the paint hot. Left hand on the wheel. I'm closing the top when the raindrop. I'm keeping the game in the headlock. When throw it blind in my dreadlock. In the end zone with the mad dot. One phone call, get it dead stop. I feel like I own the season. Say one thing, just give me a reason. Knowing you're mad, I'm undefeated. Top dog, making it even. Oh, I had to get back up. I had to get back up.
Was it Denver that beat the hell out of Martin? They said he quit. Didn't even say good game or nothing.
Ooh. Big man. It's bad. Turn the game off.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the heart of Texas and the very wonderful AT&T Stadium in Arlington. A moment ago, here was the scene with the Cowboys emerging from their tunnel. It was loud. It's still loud. We're ready for football as the Cowboys get set to match up with the Baltimore Ravens. Marr now to kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Because if you really look at her, son, she looked just like Booty Bear. That's what throw me off. Huh? I'm straight.
Now Jackson on first down, being chased out left. And he's got some space here. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Able to find a lot of empty space there, picking up the first down at a 21-yard gain. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for
he
first
said,
and 10.
I didn't even think about passing the ball. Just ran.
They'll run for the first time with Mark Ingram. And he got blown up, losing yardage on the play back at the 44. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down.
Nike said add him. Because he said you playing with the Cowboys, they need to watch.
Now on second and 13.
Jackson.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
He played B yet, A?
Robert Quinn. And no matter what the situation, the O-line just hates that because they feel like
the only reason he beat me the first game was because I tried to play with the Saints, but I got to
just think about every single play. When you decide
Drew
to throw the
Brees,
football,
pressure come towards
you're dealing with some of the best athletes on the planet. You talk about guys, if they weren't playing football, they'd be starting in the NBA at power forward. It's really difficult.
Oh, shit.
Now a third down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
Damn.
So the defense able to get off the field here on third down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on third down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
Now Austin. That'll be a 47-yard punt, officially 5 on the return. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 16. Now the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott.
Oh, no, you didn't.
He's got a first down.
No, you
past
didn't.
the 30. He's at the 50.
No, you didn't, eh?
The 30.
No, you
Past the
didn't.
20. Touchdown.
Oh, no.
Ezekiel Elliott.
Oh,
84
no,
yards.
that was hot.
And the
I can't even
Cowboys have taken
Yeah,
the
I can't
early
even get
lead.
mad at you, bro. That was hot.
An ideal start for them, really. You force the punt, and then you go down and score.
And you've got to see a fist pump on the sideline from the head coach, don't you? Because he's turning to his bench, and he's telling his team, this is how we prepare. Force the punt, go downfield and score. I told you guys, it's just like a boxer in the gym, preparing for the fight. Now we get turned all loose.
I can't be getting hurt on those streams.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Bruh. Tank, get in here so you can see this for a second, because they ain't going to be up too much longer if you keep doing shit like that. This motherfucker just jumped clean over me, son.
Now the Baltimore offense heading back out onto the field. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, do you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101.
And Jackson cannot get away, and he'll go down. Defensive end DeMarcus Lawrence applied the heat. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively.
Yeah, like the
Nowhere to go with
animations
the football.
and shit.
That led to the sack.
Don't need it all back
Yeah,
at once,
me too.
but you figure they're going to need
always get
something
mad.
here. 17 yards
It's
to go
always
on second
this year is
down.
the first year. It's like
They'll fake the give to
different.
Ingram. Now
Like at
Jackson.
all.
Flush to
Usually
his
it's the
right.
same fucking game every year.
And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on first down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
Yeah.
An incomplete
play
pass on
Ultimate
that
Team?
last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. From the gun, it's Jackson. And a big loss here as he's taken down. DeMarcus Lawrence picks up his second sack of the
Matter of fact.